There we go.
Okay.
Hey everyone, Joe here, and today's guest. You know what? Full disclosure, we're friends, and I can't wait. I was up all night thinking about this. I can't wait to introduce the world to Paula Hightower. Although, Paula, you don't need introductions. I've been walking through grocery stores, remembering all the wonderful things you've done, and instantrealityshift.com. That's the next direction, and I love it so much. So, Paula, thanks for coming on the show.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Now, I have to ask a couple questions. I ask this of all my guests.
Yeah.
What is your mother's maiden name and what is your social insurance number?
It's Nunya and Nunya and business.
And yeah, that's my mom's maiden name too. We're related. That's why I love it. Both Nanyas. Now, so we've known each other for, do you remember? On like 20,
I would
30,
say maybe 1998 when we met. So
98. Oh my God.
yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
God. Or as my students would say, the 1900s. Yes, kids, we met in the 1900s and we're still alive. We're
yeah.
beating that clock right now. So we've gone through a lot of stuff, and I knew you when you were putting out music.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What got you from music to instant reality shift?
Oh God, that's just like a lifetime in between,
Right.
and it's just my life in general and technology and everything in between. It's just I'd still like to get into music, making my own, but I just haven't had the time or made the time to do it. It certainly was fun, but I've been more, at least within the past year or two, I've been really seeking, soul seeking, and just trying to find ways to manifest and to figure out who I am, what I want, and how to manifest that. And I'm just getting more into a spiritual energy type
That's
like
cool.
mindset. And so this is kind of the instant reality shift is kind of in line with that.
I loved it when I first saw that pop up on your page because if no one, I mean, people might know this, but you're an amazing artist too.
I
You're
do
doing
have the
stuff
art
with web.
stuff and I sell that on Etsy as well, but yeah.
It's an amazing thing, and like cutting edge technology, which we all kind of grew up with. We were that generation that grew up with technology like this. And I remember like we're like Facebook, we could probably make this, but we don't understand the back end why people would want to be on it. At that time, we're like, what's Facebook? Like, who would want to be on this? Everyone, apparently. So we grew up with this technology, and you finally are in a place where you can make instantrealityshift.com happen. And I looked at the website. I've listened to it, and affirmations. Affirmations are the key. People have 1,000 books about them, and they're all saying the same thing. Affirmations will help. There's an app I was doing before we got on. Affirmation was the number one thing. Honestly,
Well,
that's it. So
it's actually there's a difference between affirmations and what instant reality shift is
yes,
offering.
what's the
It's
difference?
affirmations, which is
Oh,
a term that it has was coined by an author and speaker named Noah St. John. And with his research, he discovered that when you're just affirmations are just statements. And when you're making just a statement, your subconscious might be arguing with that. It may not fully believe it and it might resist it. There may be some resistance in your subconscious.
yes.
Whereas if you ask a question, and that's what an affirmation is, a question, not a statement, your mind becomes curious and it unlocks this natural problem solving tendency your
Right.
mind has. So it's more open to the question and making it a reality than a statement which it could be resistant towards. I hope that
I
makes
love that concept. And I'm throwing my phone out. Sorry, phone. You're gone.
sense.
It's gone. Get out of here now. But that's exactly it. That was okay. I was gonna bring this up because it took me a long time to even make like the app the I'll tell you mine. I'll share you mine, I guess. Like I hate the business end of creative work. I just despised it. So I'm like, I love the business end of creative work. And I'm like, sure I do. And it starts to work, but it's like this big resistance that comes by it. So you're saying you ask a question, you're doing a question, and your mind goes, I can fix this.
Yeah, your mind starts searching for answers as to how you could make it true, and it starts to believe it's true by finding these answers. It does this all in the background. So, like, you instead of saying I'm good at the business side of creative things, you'd say, why is something like why is the business side of the creative work I do so easy to do and so easy to handle? And you would just come up with questions like that.
Oh
And
my god.
another bonus I've got that I do offer on my website is I can create a custom audio just for you, just for your issue with that topic. So that's another thing you can keep in mind.
I I had to come back with your website with this because I got some issues. You know me, I got some issues. I mean, we'll have to work on this one. But that made so much sense. It was goes back to the old Arnold Schwarzenegger thing. What would this look like if it were easy? It's not a statement, it's a question, and then your mind fills it in. I never got that question until you just explained it to me. Like, honestly, I never understood the question until you explained it. So wonderful job. Good for you. So you did the spiritual journey and started to go into your own wishing to help others, right?
Yeah, so I'm following a program right now. I don't know if you want me to tell you
You
what
can,
it
as
is.
you wish. It's your
It's
program.
a program that was founded and created by a man named Brian D. Ridgway,
Cool.
and it's called Level 5 Mentoring. And
Nice.
one of his beliefs and teachings kind of is what inspired me to do this questions, because he's got something called quantum questions. And when you ask these quantum questions, that's what makes these type of things manifest in your life. So I was inspired by that. That was just only a very small part of what he's teaching. That was just one little piece of it. And so that inspired me to do this instant reality shift. And I have the technology and tools I've discovered to make these quite easily. And I'm finding, I initially did it just for myself. And
Right.
when I actually found that it was making results, I thought it would be a really cool idea, because I am a website developer
You are.
by trade. So I thought I could build a website for this and offer downloads, and it's not too expensive and people can just get it and it will help people. So
No,
that's what.
it's amazing. Like I said, I really have been on your website lately, and especially today, just to give it another look. And I was like, "Oh man, she's good. This is like exactly." If you ever go to instantrealityshift.com, and you need to, by the way, the first thing you'll notice is like it's such a clean copy of a website. It's such everything sparkles and shines, and that's really been your hallmarks ever since I've known you. Apparently, since the 1900s. It's like you have this great aesthetic eye, and it just shows. It really pops out, and it makes you feel like you're into something deep and good, which if you ever tried the audios, which I have, and I'll give you a full testimonial, they're great. Honest to God, I was like walking around with my head just locked, getting lost. And instantrealityshift.com really brings it all into it. So you started with it was working for you and you want to help people. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
exactly. I thought I could, because I'm also in this program I'm in. I've been training to become a what they were calling a practitioner, and now they're calling it a beacon mentor.
Oh, cool.
I'm trying to get my hours in. I'm still working on that, but then I can start doing what Brian D. Ridgway does and helps people what he calls break their spells. And so it's probably what I'm learning right now is probably the most basic start of it. There are other layers that I will start learning in the future once I get my hours in for this part. But part of what he often does with people is he approaches these quantum questions, and he has a method of doing it, and it's really effective. So, yeah, so I am working on that, doing that too.
Well, I didn't want to say this because we did see each other in was it June, July, right? Was it July or June?
It was in middle of June, I think.
June, okay. I
Yeah.
can't remember. Oh, this month's July. That's right. Middle of June. I got it. That was
Yeah.
last month. And you looked fantastic. I think we spoke a little bit. You were smiling. Everything was all popping for you. And I know we've gone through a lot of stuff together. And to see this transformation is wonderful to see as a friend. And honestly, I'm not gonna jealousy is not the right word for it. Like I was jealous, but it was like, oh man, where do I buy this? You know, it's like, how do I get into this? Because it's just you are the living proof of it. And I think something like instantrealityshift.com is such an amazing concept is you are the proof. You are your number one spokesperson because it's you.
Yeah, I've been the ones I've been working with, or the audios I make that I've been created for myself, was a lot of it was focused on self-confidence, and I do feel that has really, really improved for me.
That was the weirdest thing because okay, if people don't know the background, your music is fantastic. Your ability on the web is without you can't honest to God, you can't touch Paula on the web. The ability to get anywhere and design the graphic designs, the ingenuity is all right there. And all these amazing things. And yet, yeah, like almost like a level of humbleness was being externally, you're a humble person. Trust me, she's been talking about all the things she's done. We'll be like, she's a humble person, but maybe that was the ego also being suppressed. And that you're now saying you're gaining your self confidence back.
Yeah, so there's a self-worth I believe I've got, or I don't know if that was one I just made for myself or one I put out there, but there's a self-worth, there's also an imposter syndrome, and I kind of was going through that imposter syndrome thinking, "Oh, I don't know what I'm doing," and da 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 da, and so this has really helped with that.
Absolutely. The imposter syndrome is real. We actually had a class on that. The first class at Oxford you have is about the imposter syndrome.
Oh, wow.
So many people just have it and they're like, it's just crushing you because like it's self-doubt, it's this, it is bringing you down. You don't deserve this. It's all those
Yeah.
negative thoughts. And so you helped yourself. And now, honestly, that's the one I struggle with the most too. To be like, yeah, the business side, I want to do, be better at the business side of things, but it's the self-worth. And if you're an artist, if you're a creative, or if you're just in life in general, you have those doubts always, and they're coming at us 1,000 miles an hour through the internet and Instagram and this and that now.
Yeah, I've had it for everything, for my web development work. I've had it for my artwork. Always have this like, oh gosh, do I really know what I'm doing? Am I really good enough? And this, like I said, this stuff these audios and stuff I've made have really helped a lot because I'm really starting to believe, that I am good enough, and so I put it out there
You
so
are.
that other people, because I know imposter syndrome, so many people have dealt with it,
Yeah.
and yeah, I know
This
I'm
one
not the
helps
only
out a
one.
lot. And what other what other ones you have on your site right now? Like smoking, I'm guessing might be a big one.
Yeah, there's quite a few. I'm just having a look here. I've got things for wealth and success and money situations. I've got love and relationships, finding your soulmate.
Oh my god.
I've got health and well-being. So there's weight loss, release anxiety, improve sleep. I just picked up on things that I know a lot of people suffer from: pain relief. And then there's self-worth and confidence. There's self-love, which is one I just put out last week. The imposter syndrome, overcoming procrastination. And then there is, like you mentioned, there's the addiction ones. I've got smoking, alcohol addiction, gambling, and some others. So I'm working on things that I noticed and that I know that a lot of people are suffering from, and I'm
Yeah, and
hoping
that's
to
a key
help.
word. They're suffering, and they shouldn't
Yeah.
have to be.
No, no. And they can, and I believe that everybody has the power to be able to overcome these things. And I think this tool is really going to help. So,
It does. It is. I know it helps. I know it helps because we're both living proof. I've listened to the one you gave me, and thanks again for that, by the way.
you're very
It,
welcome.
it does help. And when you said you put a new one out, how long does it take you from concept to finished product for a new audio?
I I would say maybe a couple of hours.
Really?
I come up with the questions that I feel are most appropriate to the topic. Sometimes I use a little suggestions from ChatGPT to help me refine it. And then I don't use my own voice, so I do use another voice. Not, it is also an AI voice, but it's a very natural sounding one, and it's a very calm,
It is.
nice, peaceful, pretty voice. I think is nicer than my own personally. And and the music is just very easy to get because I use CapCut to put everything together. So I put the voiceover together with music that's just generally, royalty free,
Cool.
binaural beats and meditative music that's very nice and brings a feeling of relaxation along with the listening of the questions that get repeated throughout the audio. So I would say,
Yeah.
yeah, it's probably a couple hours, maybe a little more when I take the time to create the imagery to put in my shop and the descriptions of the audios and stuff like that.
My God, I forgot that copywriting, everything from copywriting you have to do, like for the descriptions for your shop and the ad placements of it all. And you're using CapCut. I discovered that yesterday. That's how slow I am in business. Where I'm like, yeah, I like, oh, a new program that's been out for 8, 10 years. That's whatever. So you're using this stuff. Have you ever thought about using? 'Cause I know you make music. I still have it on my hard drive somewhere. I still listen. Did you ever think about going like a full? I won't name the squeak box. What will you name that one? Have you ever thought about going full squeak box and going, all right, I'm doing a section of this is my music with this because it's a reflection of the artist.
Oh, you mean like putting out more music and stuff
Yeah. Like, is this, and put him on the orals. Orals.
on where?
On your affirmations. Sorry.
Oh, no, I have that separate. I did actually recover some of my old music and I put it out on I used some tool, I forget what it's called now, but it's out on Spotify, Squeakbox. So you can actually um
I will.
look for it on Squeakbox, and it's too weird for most people. But you can
So am
find
I.
it
You know.
there.
I honestly, God, I love that. So you're gonna maybe do more music in the genre. So how does your music background help you pick the right soundtrack for the meditations then?
I don't know. It's more intuition.
Really?
Like CapCut has a library of audio that you can just use that's royalty free. And I just search for certain keywords like binaural beats or meditation music.
Right.
And I just pick what appeals to me and sometimes what it's labeled as, that's if it's for love or if it's for healing. And what feels right to me to go with the particular set of affirmations that I have generated. So,
That's very cool. So you were very sincere when you said you had to wait for the technology to be there because you're using a lot of tech on this.
yeah, this is something I wouldn't have been able to do 20 years ago, or if I did, it would have taken a lot longer,
Yeah, I
and it
know.
probably would have cost a lot of money to do, because I'd have to have somebody
Absolutely.
do a voice and, if I didn't wanna do my own voice, that sort of thing.
Yeah, you have this. You For those that don't know, before apparently yesterday when I discovered CapCut, you would have to find your royalty free music through different sources.
Yeah.
That's step one. Then you would have to probably open up an Adobe software subscription to get the audition or whatever it's going to be in there, and then you'd have to get a voice actor to do this, and then it's a lot of and thens, and you're out a couple grand before you even get the first one done. It's like, oh my gosh,
Yeah, and I do admit I am using some AI to help me,
nothing wrong with that.
and, I do pay for access to these tools, but it's not that much money. It's small monthly amounts, and it helps me hugely with these things.
I bet you're using tools what they should be for. You learned your artwork first. You're taking the studies, you're taking them very seriously and you're still learning and you're putting it back into the community. That's a wonderful combination, really.
Yeah.
So
One thing
what's
I just wanna say quickly, though, with my artwork, I don't use AI to create art. That's one thing I'm really against. I do it if I use it for art, it's for fun and jokes. But when I'm creating artwork, that's all me, either on a digital iPad or on pen and paper or pencil and paper.
I know. I know. I know. I've seen this stuff you've been posting, and it really is humbling because I'm like, I can't do this. Anytime I see an artist do something I cannot do, I'm like, God, that's talent, man. That really is.
You have to stop saying you cannot do it.
Oh,
Maybe
uh,
you could say, "Why am I learning art so easily? Why is
oh, there you
it
go.
so natural for me to be an
I
artist?"
love it. As you help me out through this thing. And that was again like my self-doubt demons
Yeah.
coming in at me, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, wow. Thank you for playing that out. That's wonderful. Thank you about that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Now, Paula, where can we find you on socials?
So I'm on, if you're looking for my instant reality shift, it's instant reality shift, all one word, on Instagram. I'm
Nice.
also on TikTok. I'm on Facebook, also instant reality shift on there as well.
Love it.
And I'm mainly posting on Instagram and Facebook, but I do occasionally go on the TikTok. I do have my artwork socials as well, but I've been focusing on the instant reality shift. But I do have artworkbypaula.com,
I love it.
and all of the links are on there as well. And my Etsy shop, the links to that as well. So, yeah, that's all there.
Absolutely brilliant. And I saw some of your work being put out yesterday. I think it was Facebook. And I was like, oh my God. It was the animated one. I'm like, oh my God, this is
Oh
brilliant.
yeah, so that that I just do for fun. So I
Yeah.
I did the drawing myself.
Yeah.
And what I did is I just for fun, I put it in Midjourney, which is another AI thing,
Yep.
and it animates. It's now got a new feature where you can get photos, images, anything animated. So I just thought for fun it would be kind of funny to have that drawing all animated. And
It's a great GIF. I mean, and honestly, God, and then you did the drawing yourself and you animated it
yeah,
through tech, which is no more different than we would do back in the day with a cell by cell by cell, still using tech. We're
yeah,
using tech as a tool, not as the crutch, and I
yeah.
love it.
It's not a
Now,
replacement. It's just yeah.
I ask this of all, this is a sincere question I do ask of all my guests. Thinking back, what advice would you give the younger, I mean like teenage or younger you, if you can come back and talk to that person, what advice would you give?
I would probably really try to tell myself to learn self love and learn self confidence, and that you can do anything you put your mind to, and to enjoy your own company. Don't feel like you need somebody to become a whole person.
Yeah.
There's a lot I would tell myself, but yeah, that's what
No.
first came to mind.
No, absolutely. That's all great advice. It really is. And Paula, you are probably like without a doubt my best friend. So I just want to say it's so good to see you again. And
That's
instantrealityshift.com. It's so well done. It's gorgeous.
oh,
You
thank you.
understand? It is a gorgeous site. It's a gorgeous idea. It's a gorgeous business. I'm so glad you're doing it. So am.
Awesome. Thank you.
And plus, I'm greedy because now I can benefit from using it. But
Yes.
it's an amazing product. So instantrealityshift.com. Go up right now. Check all the socials out. On behalf of Paula, thanks for the conversation. I loved it. On behalf of myself and Paula, we bid you, as Paul Harvey would say, good day. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.